everyone switching from N8N is asking me, should I learn Claude Code? Probably not. Let me explain it to you. Ever since the biggest N8N creator started making Claude Code content, I've been getting the same question every single day. Should I learn Claude Code? Is Claude Code a thing that replaces N8N? Do I need to use the terminal now? And I get why people are confused. The N8N creators all switched to Claude Code. There's just so much stuff happening, and last year it was N8N, but what is it now? Is it Claude Code? Is it Lovable? And the most important question is, should I choose Claude Code or Lovable? So let me actually break down what each tool does, when you need which, and why the internet is getting this comparison completely wrong. Here is a take you will hear everywhere. Lovable is the easy tool, great for MVPs, but when you need real backend logic or real production code, you graduate to Claude Code. This is both wrong and kind of insulting. There are people right now making thousands a month from Lovable built apps, full auth, database, payments, edge functions, deployed, serving real customers. Calling those prototypes is just not accurate. The other thing people say is use Lovable for the front end and then Claude Code for the backend. That sounds really smart, but it's actually terrible advice. Now you have two code bases, two deployment setups, and you need to connect them. Why? If you're already in Lovable, the backend is right there. Supabase, edge functions, database triggers, all in the same project. Splitting it up across two different tools creates problems that don't need to exist. Let me show you what Lovable can really do, because I think most people seriously underestimate it. The obvious stuff first. Client-facing apps, dashboards, client portals, booking systems, websites with AI chatbots, CRMs that replace 5 tools, landing pages, admin panels, all built, deployed, and running in production. This is actually what most people think of when they think Lovable, and it handles all of it. But here is where people get it wrong. They think the moment you need backend logic, you need Claude Code, and you don't actually. Lovable runs on Supabase, and that means you have edge functions for serverless backend code. Database triggers that fire automatically when data changes, scheduled tasks using cron jobs, and webhooks that receive data from external services. We have row-level security for access control, all of it inside the same project as your front end. So even something like an automation, like lead scraping, data enrichment, or email sequences, you can build the logic in Lovable through edge functions. And you store everything in the database, and by the way, you can also build a dashboard to monitor what's happening, and that is worth something. That's the part nobody talks about. It isn't just a front-end builder with a backend attached. It's a full-stack platform. The front-end is optimal. You can use Lovable for purely backend work and never build a single page. You still get the database, the edge functions, and the deployment. And the setup is 10 times easier than configuring everything yourself through a terminal. Someone in my community built a voice AI receptionist for law firms. The voice integration, the CRM connection, the call logging, the client dashboard, all of it just in Lovable. With one project, one deployment, one place to manage everything. And that's not a prototype, that's a business running on Lovable. If Lovable handles all of that what I was saying, when do you actually need Claude Code? The list is short but specific. Number 1 is if you have an existing code base, and this is actually the biggest one. Someone hands you a project, for example. It's 40,000 lines of code written by 3 different developers over 2 years. Half of it is undocumented. You cannot rebuild this in Lovable. You need something that can read the entire code base, understand the architecture, and help you fix, refactor, or extend what's already there. Claude Code does this better than anything else. It reads every file, understands dependencies across the whole project, and helps you make targeted changes without breaking anything else. If you are inheriting code, this is the tool to use. Number 2, specific tech stacks. Lovable outputs React and Supabase. For most apps, that's actually perfect. But if your project specifically needs Python, Go, Rust, a machine learning framework, or a particular backend that isn't Supabase, Lovable can do it. Claude Code works with any language, any framework, any stack. If you need anything specific for your project, Claude Code is your only option. So number 3, If you are a developer who prefers the terminal, if you live in VS Code, if you think in code and the terminal is your fast, Claude Code feels like a superpower. It integrates directly into how you already work. Git commands through natural language and automated testing. For experienced developers, it's the best coding assistant that exists. So number 4 is actually extreme skill. If you're building something that needs to handle massive amounts of data, very advanced database optimization, or infrastructure that goes beyond what Supabase offers, Claude Code gives you full control of every line of code and every deployment decision. But honestly, most people are nowhere near this point. So that's a list, 4 use cases, and everything else Lovable can actually handle itself. Let me put real numbers on this. If 100 people watch this video and go build something this week, maybe 90 of them should use Lovable and nothing else. Client apps, internal tools, automations with dashboards, products they actually want to sell. You can use Lovable from start to finish. Maybe 5 of them have an existing code base and they need to work inside Claude Code. Maybe 3 of them need a tech stack that isn't React and Supabase. Then you also use Claude Code. Maybe 2 of them are developers who just prefer coding in a terminal. Then obviously use Claude Code. The internet makes it sound like it's 50-50. It's not. It's 90-10. And the reason nobody says that is because just use Lovable isn't a very exciting video title. People want complexity. They want to feel like choosing the right tool is some advanced strategic decision. It's not. For most things you're building, the answer is Lovable. And especially if you're coming from n8n, listen to me on this. You moved away from n8n because you wanted to build real products, not just connect nodes. Claude Code puts you right back in the same spot, learning a technical tool instead of building something people actually pay for. Lovable lets you skip that entirely and go straight to building. Stop overthinking the tools. Pick one that fits what you're actually building, and for most of you that's Lovable, not because it's the beginner option, because it's the fastest path from idea to working product that people actually pay for. If you want to learn how to build, ship and sell AI apps, the link to that is in the description, so stop comparing tools and start building. I will see you in the next one.